with Iraqi protesters when the U.S. embassy was attacked last week. Now, this is according to one of the leading papers in Uganda called the Daily Monitor. And in the article they released over the weekend, they said at least 500 Ugandan private security guards were at the U.S. embassy in Baghdad, and they were actually involved in running battles with Iraqi demonstrators who attacked the embassy last Tuesday. Now, there was a video that was released. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here. We're still looking for it by the time we go to press, but by this breaking news, which is a U.S. news wire on Twitter. And the video basically showed Ugandan armed guards dressed in ballistic vests and, helmets standing at the entrance of the U.S. embassy as demonstrators smashed the outer wall. And in the video, the journalist actually wrongly identified, the men we saw as American Marines. But according to former soldiers and a former soldier and American journalist, Alex Pletasas, who served in Iraq twice, he said, these are not U.S. Marine Embassy guards. These are armed security guards who are contracted by the State Department, who have staffed the embassy for the last 10 years or more, 10 plus years. Most of them are Ugandan nationals, and Kenyans were also in that crazy mix. Although us, we sell our souls more to the divided kingdom than the divided states. But this is really sad. So, and the Ugandan guards, apparently they are the first line of defense at the enemy. That wasn't even a slip of the tongue, at the embassy, because, they man the towers, they man all the entry points, and they actually check all the visitors, and they also guard an airstrip inside the embassy premises. Now, this is crazy. Guns for hire. This is how we're going to get in. This is how Africa is going to get pulled into literally this World War III that they're creating, this organized chaos. I hope you watched my show that I released a little earlier on or yesterday. This is crazy. So allegedly, the former guards, the former guards of the embassy who didn't want to be named, they actually confirmed to the Daily Monitor that the men in the video were Ugandans, and they said the Ugandans actually made up about 85% of the guards of the embassy, and that other guards came from India, Peru, and guess where else? Guess. Kenya. I mean, seriously, sometimes you just... And the sad thing is, these guys are actually hired. So they're hired through private security firms that get in touch with, like, the State Department. But the weird thing is that they're only paid $900 a month, which is about 3.5 million Ugandan shillings or something crazy like that. But $900 in a warlike situation, that's insane. If you look more closely, you'd probably find the actual U.S. citizens, armies or whatever, or the American Marines were probably earning $900 a day. We got to stop this kind of stuff. And, the sources said that allegedly 500 Ugandans were guarding the embassy and other American diplomatic stations in Baghdad. And they were also escorting diplomats whenever they traveled. And they were given a special name called diplomatic security experts. They'll always give you a nice title. They'll always make you feel good. We got to stop falling for this title. This language of spells, which unfortunately I have to use so that I can reach the majority of you. This is crazy. This is crazy. Ugandans in Iraq fighting a war that's none of our business.